Malawi faces a number of challenges that increase its vulnerability to a changing climate, including, among others, high population growth and dependence on rain-fed agriculture. Extreme climate and weather events such as the increased frequency and intensity of drought and floods, along with higher temperatures, negatively impact agriculture production, fisheries, wildlife and forests, which provide food, income, fuel, and other environmental services to vulnerable populations. And this is PHALOMBE, a district located in southern Malawi. Most of rural farmers in the district live in fragile, resource-scarce, and degraded environments in areas that are prone to climate-related disasters and exposed to frequent shocks. In order to address the situation, World Vision Malawi, through funding from World Food Programme, embarked on a multi-year livelihood and resilience project called Food for Assets Creation. Under the innovation of Food for Assets Creation, communities in the targeted areas have embarked on several integrated approaches such as afforestation, soil and water conservation structures, climate change, crop insurance, village savings loans, gender protection and accountability.
So we are in collaboration with World Food Programme in implementing this project. The main aim is to build the resilience of those people that are consistently affected by droughts and other shocks. We started this project some 8 years ago in Chikwawa, and some 4 or 5 years ago in PHALOMBE. We have noted that the project is giving us some good impact, looking at the conservations that we are doing in the watershed that we are managing in these areas. The most notable thing is the use of the water harvesting structures that we are doing, and also the reforestation of the areas which were purely degraded due to the wanton cutting down of trees. We have rehabilitated a number of the watershed areas, both in Chikwawa and in PHALOMBE, and we are using some technologies that are making the trees not to die, but we have a very good survival rate of the trees.
This is Mpasa Watershed, where members of the community under the extension advice from World Vision area facilitators since 2019 have been implementing watershed management, where people receive cash or food-based transfers to address their immediate food needs, allowing them more available time to build or boost assets such as rehabilitating degraded land, digging trenches, or working on gully reclamation, check dams, and tree regeneration. The restoration of Mpasa watershed degraded ecosystem has helped the most vulnerable and food-insecure communities manage natural resources sustainably, which has indeed better equipped them to meet their needs and safeguard these resources for future generations. Mr. Felix Chizombe of Namarwa village in the area of traditional authority Nkumba in PHALOMBE says the approach has steadily strengthened and improved their degraded landscapes to an increasing food crops production and income opportunities.
Zonsezo nditafufuza ndinatha kuona kuti ndi chinsisi cha ntchito imene kuchitika ku project ya FFA. Chifukwa nthawi imene monga ndafotokoza madzi amabwera kuchuluka. Koma padakali pano madzi akuyenda mu ndondomeko yake sakubwera somuononga.
As part of the activities to diversify incomes for smallholder farmers in rural communities, FFA project has also been supporting poultry farming. There are currently 3 poultry groups supported by this project. Under Ngwirizano Village Savings Loans Group, these women have managed to raise 100 chickens for eggs production. Before the project, their income mainly depended on cassava, maize and sweet potato sales. Through training on the best poultry rearing practices and management skills supported by the project, group members are now able to manage a poultry agribusiness and generate complementary incomes. According to Loveness Kankwala, the poultry raising has hugely contributed towards women's economic empowerment.
Tikapanga business ya mazira imeneyi ndiye kuti phindu limene tingapeze tizikathandizira mabanja mwathu komanso titha kuti tikhoza kumapanga ma business mosavuta chifukwa cha ndalama imene tingapeze kupindula mazira licha.
Through FFA project, rural farmers are reshaping their adaptation strategy by embracing the rearing of goats that are resilient to the changing conditions. Addison Mwiko is a primary beneficiary of Goats Pass On program in the area of Group Village Headman Kaliati in PHALOMBE. He says since the inception of this intervention in 2021, his household is greatly transformed. He adds that together with his primary beneficiaries, they have been trained on goat rearing skills such as fodder banking, where they ensure that goats have feed during the dry season.
Kale po nalibika ni kwa yonse tangu khala kulima musa peza kantu komanso kwanga ndimasirira kwa ntichi wetu kwa sono patabwera gulu ili naona kuti pamene pandapindulapo ndiye tabwera ziwe kanga ndi kunyadira kuti ndizi wetu zimene zabwera kuchokera ku FFA sono bombo nkhale anthu ena maninyoza kono sono pano pasa kuyangana ine ngasikuti zakudya zikubwera chiwa cha manyowa.
Using financial resources realized on cash-based transfers through stipulated work norms in food for assets creation, Mr. Jeremani Gwembere, who is an FFA champion for Yuwa Zone in PHALOMBE, managed to build a tea room at Yuwa Trading Center. At this material day, Gwembere had a dozen of customers who had come to buy and drink tea at his place. He says watershed rehabilitation and management, which involves the community, is also being done at his household.
Fesina telepompa, ti kutekera, oti tiroe mujamo tifukule maswalaja, oti abwerere mujuma chemungazi na kalira. Chifaya chimena na oti all division ikuchoka kuno. Tizakha uzidalira patoka kuma konza zimene zijazo oti dinaphunzitsidwa kale.
Malawi, like in many developing countries in Africa, youths are active in many roles and spaces across the food systems. They play vibrant and diverse roles of food producers, contributing to the food and nutritional security of their households and communities. This is the Mani Youth Hub and Marketing Group, found in the area of Group Village Gomihera under Traditional Authority General in PHALOMBE. Apart from involved in village savings bank activities, this group is deeply in irrigation farming of various groups including vegetables.
Mugulu lathu lidzi kuthandiza chifukwa choti poyamba mmene tikangokhala kumapezeka kuti mwina ana kubwezedwa school fees m'makomo koma panopa membala wina aliyense amene ali ndi munthu mwana oti akupita ku skulu timakwanisa kuti apa tithandizane ndi kumamulipirira komanso kundiwo ngati zakasintha sitililira kuti mwina tipise nthumba ndrama timakwanisa tokha tili nawo kuonjezera ulimi wa gulu komanso ma kitchen garden tonse membala aliyense pa khompachi ali nawo.
One of the development officers working with World Vision in PHALOMBE, Ellen Mafuel, says apart from communities engaging themselves in agriculture, there has been positive multiplier effects of Food for Assets creation project even to those who are not direct beneficiaries. She says there has been a display of mindset change amongst members of the community who previously regarded their areas as barren.
Households are now food secure. In addition, since they're now harvesting a lot, they are having surplus. We are selling the surplus at a profit, and they have also started having extra income generating activities. For example, you see that some women are selling flitters, some women, some men have ventured into fishing. Some people have opened shops. It's all because of these interventions that we are doing. So when we integrate all the initiatives, we see that households, as well as the community, is becoming food secure.
World Vision Food Assistance Manager says through the results from PHALOMBE, evidence has demonstrated that FFA activities have created healthier natural environments, reduced the risks and impact of climate shocks among the people, increased food production, and strengthened resilience to disasters.
We believe that life is not only food that we eat. There are so many livelihoods that support our life. And much as we are intensifying on the crop production, but we are also looking at some small business that the people can do. So we empowered the groups. We have what we call the village saving groups, and we supported those village saving groups with some business, some small business enterprises, like the rearing of chickens for egg production. We know that eggs have got a very good market elsewhere. People are eating eggs. In fact, in PHALOMBE, the people would come to Blantyre to order eggs to sell in PHALOMBE. So I said, no, so there is a market in PHALOMBE that these people can do it.
Since 2013, FFA programs in more than 50 countries have helped between 10 and 15 million people each year, bringing hundreds of thousands of hectares of degraded land back into productive use, plant thousands of hectares of forests, and build scores of wells, ponds, and feeder roads, and trained in livelihood and agricultural practices. Through FFA, communities have rehabilitated barren lands, diversified crops, restored forests, and installed irrigation systems.